What do you want to talk about?
Wrestling. Wrestling is good.
Why do you do that? Oh. Why not?
It's fake.
Wrestling's not fake!
I'll put an intro on it. All right, cool. Now everybody sees me on YouTube, right? Not on Facebook. Y'all see me on Facebook? You should see me on Facebook since I shut that down, but anyway. So yeah. How are you folks doing? Anyway, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about some wrestling tonight. Let me chug a little bit. Oh, text messages. What's going on here? All right, cool. So yeah, I attempted to do a double. I had everything set up right yesterday, and of course, you know how things go. Um, Sometimes the next day they want to be a pain. So yeah, make sure I kept that close because I don't know about the Facebook as far as cutscene and all that is concerned. But anyway, it is Thursday night. Let's get this thing rolling because I am way behind. I don't have nowhere to be, but uh, I know you folks probably want to go to bed normal time, and you know how I like to babble a lot. So let's get right to it. Find my notes. There we go. Notes are here. Kicking off this show, we're talking about AEW star Britt Baker set to appear in Netflix's Cobra Kai this November. All right, cool. Everybody see. By the way, hey Karen, hey Joe, hey Brenda. Yes. See, I can't do my usual sales pitch here, but I kind of will do that later. But if you are watching this live, you want to say hello, or say something in chat, go for it. uh, anyway, AEW star Britt Baker set to appear on Netflix's Cobra Kai this November. Britt Baker has secured a role in the widely watched TV series Cobra Kai. Has anybody seen that show? Let me know in chat. It's on Netflix. I haven't watched this season yet. I think it's supposed to be the last season, but they're going to do it in 2 parts, which means I'm not going to waste my time until the second part comes out. Hello, Brenda. But I haven't seen all the last seasons yet, so I gotta get, which I'm halfway there. Need to finish it up so I can see the last season. But I think it's a pretty cool series. Uh, I don't know really how to sell it in a way in any kind of way, but yeah, if you were a fan of the original Karate Kid, yes, it's got some language. You gotta understand these are grown people now, so grown people kind of use colorful language, like I like to say a lot, and 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 so anyway, Karen Poole, she says she likes it. Yes, I I definitely like it too. It's a bunch of I mean, yeah, they bring back characters from the previous movies. They haven't brought Hilary Swank in yet, so I think that's one. I think that's the one they're going to want to forget. Kind of like, I guess, kind of like if you watch Deadpool and Wolverine, they they remember Chris Evans. Spoiler alert: uh, Chris Evans makes a cameo as Johnny Storm because he was Johnny Storm in the two original movies, or original Fox movies. Excuse me, original Fox movies. But when Fox rebooted it, uh, they didn't even mention it in Deadpool Wolverine. So sorry for those spoilers in case anybody hasn't watched that yet. Pretty cool. Go watch it anyway. Anyway, according to Mike Johnson at PWI Insider, Britt Baker will be featured in the upcoming sixth season of Cobra Kai. This season's second part is set to premiere on Netflix on November 15th. So yeah, it's not going to be like what's it? Uh, Strange crap. I forgot the name of it. Yeah, yeah. They talk about Hilary Swank. Uh, yeah, I did watch that last one. Eh, she was kind of annoying in it, but uh, Stranger Things. I guess it ain't gonna be like Stranger Things. I think aren't they still waiting for the second part to finish filming or put it out or something like that? Or did they ever release the second half of the last season of Stranger Things? Probably by the time they put it out, that those kids will be as old as I am. Anyway, so November 15th when the second part of Cobra Kai, so we ain't got to wait for long for it. The first half of the season, which leads up to the Sekai Take, is currently available for streaming on Netflix. Martin Cove, renowned for his portrayal of John Kreese in the series, made a guest appearance on AEW Dynamite on February 16, 2022, offering Baker some advice. Meanwhile, Baker is also preparing to challenge Mercedes Moné for the AEW TBS Championship at AEW All In. So I guess she's going trying to get another career in the movies. I guess. Apparently, she one of the reasons she was out. I think she had some seizures or something like that too. So definitely wants to not risk her health too much in the ring. But then again, uh, speaking of Britt Baker, are you? Oh, never mind. Speaking of Britt Baker, Britt Baker has been suspended, which happened last week. Left it off this week because I thought that was just part of the angle for the San Diego Comic Con, but apparently there's not angle to it. She is suspended. Uh, this is what was reported as far as there's a locker room uh, spat, I guess. Regarding the women's locker room aspect of the story, the official information uh, I view, I left this whole name anyway. The information that I read online was that it was after this whole thing apparently had calmed down. Apparently, Will Ospreay was the first person to confront Britt Baker, and he was just kind of asked her why she is starting issues. Ospreay confronted her and asked about it, and Britt Baker went off on Alicia Tout. Alicia Tout, I guess, is the boyfriend or girlfriend of Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF. Britt Baker called her out by multiple accounts a stupid fee because Alicia Tout informed MJF that Britt Baker was berating him, talking crap about Max and Ospreay. Okay, she ain't been on TV in how long, and she's coming in talking crap about people. Anyway, because she was basically like, it's what the story has already been told. She was burying them as their match was going on, the 1 hour match. Alicia let Max know via text message. Max finds out later. Ospreay approaches MJF to the defense of his fiance. Britt Baker goes off on Alicia for being a snitch. She accused her of being a snitch, called her a stupid fucking bitch. I can say that now. It's been way over 10 minutes. She said she was going to get her kicked out of the women's locker room, so on and so forth. MJF going into the women's locker room was allegedly him going there, knocking and asking if he could enter, and then saying he could enter, and that's where he got inside the locker room. Let's see. And here's the HR involvement and resolution. The reason MJF was not suspended boils down to find out AEW's Human Resources Department, as the reporter explained. The reason why he was not suspended is because HR had all the details and information and the footage. Wow. And they looked it all over and said, okay, you're not in the wrong here. You're just coming in defense of your fiance. So they just kind of didn't really punish him because they didn't see it as something that should be punishable. So that's kind of the deal with that. That's the situation with MJF and Britt Baker. Britt's not going to miss All In. She's going to wrestle All In against Mercedes Moné. Despite the turmoil, Britt Baker set to compete in AEW's All In against Mercedes Moné, ensuring fans they will see their favorite wrestlers in action. Backstage drama, while intense, has seemingly been resolved with no lasting repercussions for those involved. So, wow. So she leaves. For some reason, this almost feels like it might be an angle down the road, but I don't know if is MJF's fiance a wrestler too. I guess I would imagine so, since she was in a women's locker room. Yes. Good old machine here. So, uh, basically, Alicia Tout is a Canadian interviewer, YouTube personality, currently signed to AEW. Officially works for Not Fest as a host of its Twitch channel. Best known for her work in music and professional wrestling industries. Tout runs her own music-oriented blog, a music blog. Um, so she's previously worked and so I guess she is in wrestling. She is a wrestler. Did a few things here and there. Okay, yes, okay. Yeah, she's kind of a small chick. Looks like a, But anyway, so yeah, Britt Baker's starting some shit. Because I mean, you're gonna sit there and talk shit about some girl's boyfriend. You might want to watch you. If you're gonna talk shit about people, period, you might want to know your surroundings, basically. Uh, whether it be a boyfriend, family member, best bud, or at least somebody's like, hey, I ain't gonna start no shit. Uh, I usually just kind of, if people's talking about somebody I'm friends with, or something like that, I'm usually kind of step in there and say, hey, shut the F up. Uh, I'll walk away. You say what you want to, but don't do it around me. I guess it could have been what Alicia said too, but maybe I guess it's what somebody else put on Facebook or Twitter or something like that. Apparently, Thunder Rosa wasn't a problem in that situation. It was Britt Baker, but she's Tony's girl, and so man, she was one of the original women there, first woman signed there, I think. That's what the story's told, or what the story's been said. Uh, but Anyway, this doesn't screw up the match between her and Monet. I think it's a little soon. Need to, let her have some more matches and then kind of build them up together. But I guess they thought let's just throw them in together now because you do got that big time pay per view All In Wembley Stadium, which I will be seeing since it's Sunday afternoon. Just hopefully ain't one of those 12-hour expensive. Anyway, uh, Josh Alexander, wrestling fans, could be in for a treat as former TNA World Champion is being eyed for a potential appearance on NXT. According to Fightful Select, Josh Alexander, known as the Walking Weapon, is being discussed for a crossover to the Yellow and Black brand. There's even speculation he could make his NXT debut as early as, okay, could he debut this past week? Because I ain't heard anything. Uh, this will mark Alexander's first involvement in the ongoing TNA NXT collaboration, which has already seen the likes of Jordan Grace, Joe Hendry. Okay, that would be creepy if he did show up in my bedroom. Because I don't want no dog to be in my bedroom. And the Rascals make their mark in NXT's roster. A decorated veteran, Alexander boasts an impressive resume in TNA holding the World Championship, X Division Championship, and Tag Team Championships during his tenure. Josh Alexander, he's kind of been, I guess, Mr. TNA himself. I mean, obviously, you can look at him. I've seen a couple matches. Uh, Very much Kurt Angle-ish. Has used the ankle lock submission hold a few times. Did do the respectful thing? He did call Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle actually said, yeah, he called and asked if he can use it. And away we go. But kind of does a he does a headgear thing, the mouth gear thing, and everything else. So he tries to kind of tweak it a little bit and kind of make it his own. But he's okay. Like I said, I've just seen a few matches with him. Like I don't watch TNA probably like I should. I heard TNA's like really good now. Of course, I say that just about every couple of weeks. So uh, yeah, still haven't really gotten there and watched TNA yet. But apparently, he's gonna be on NXT soon, so everybody can watch. No, not really. Well, I mean, seriously, that's well. I mean, Moose is fucking huge. Um, I mean, tell he does. I mean, that's probably not the best picture of him, but no, he's not a job guy in TNA. Told you he's a world champion, X Division champion, and TNA Tag Team champion at one time. He's one of their big stars. But um, I mean, usually popular in TNA. I get when he won the world title and stuff like that. I mean, he's not muscle bound, but you can tell he does. I mean, if you look at other pictures of him, you can tell he's probably at least been to the gym a couple times. Let's see if this works. Not that one. Something. Not a tall guy though either. Pull up his stats. So, I mean, yeah, he hits the weight room a little bit. 37 years old. They got his build height is 6'1", so maybe around 5'10", 5'11" mark. So not as big as Moose or anything like that, but he ain't smart. Yeah, yeah, I haven't like I said, I've watched a few matches of him. Decent, you know, very much inspired by Kurt Angle. Uh, yeah, he's definitely not Sammy Callahan as far as physique wise. Looks like this guy does a lot more diet and exercise and uh, should I say it? Yes, the majority of the AEW roster. Um, sorry, shouldn't have said that. That was bad. Speaking of TNA, or speaking of AEW, the Lucha Bros, the Lucha Brothers. A potential shakeup is looming in the world of professional wrestling, as reports indicate that the Lucha Brothers, Penta El Zero Miedo and Rey Fenix, see, I screwed that up, are expected to leave All Elite Wrestling upon expiration of their contracts later this year. According to Abu from Wrestling Purist, the high flying duo could be headed to the WWE. Although there's speculation that the departure from AEW might be a mere formality, originally slated to challenge for the AEW Trios Championship alongside Death Triangle partner Pac at the highly anticipated All In pay per view. Lucha Bros' absence from the marquee event has fueled speculation about the future. The departure of Lucha Brothers would undoubtedly be a significant loss for AEW, as the tag team has been a cornerstone to the promotion since its inception. Yes, I'm a fan of Lucha Bros. I mean, the few times I did watch uh, Lucha Underground, it was because of Penta, because of Rey Fenix. Uh, they were awesome in TNA. I thought I watched TNA. Of course, AEW. They've had great matches with the Bucks, FTR, uh, any tag team, name them. Of course, Rey Fenix. I mean, he's wrestled solo before. And he was a former AEW International Champion, now called the America's title in AEW. Of course, Penta as well is a established solo wrestler too, being a former TNA. I think he was a former Impact World Champion. Um, but man, seeing him in the WWE, the same thing still scares me though. Is their WWE doesn't do tag teams well. I mean, I will say that. I mean, I would love to see a match between Lucha Bros versus DIY, Lucha Bros versus Creed Brothers. Seen a debut this week. I should mark that down of the Wyatt Six. So uh, Joey Gacy and Dexter Loomis against these two should be a good match. Um, and it looks like they're about to. Yeah, I think that's where I actually first seen them. I think you showed me a tape of them because you got all the pro wrestling gorilla stuff. I don't. I'm cheap. I just look at it on Facebook or Facebook. Um, I just look it up on YouTube. I'm cheap that way. Which get to that later on after the SummerSlam results. But yeah, done mention DIY Creed Brothers because it looks like they're going to be splitting up the Awesome Truth, which not that big of a deal, but looks like they're also going to be splitting up the New Day. Um, Despite what some people, I mean, New Day's okay. It's ran its course, but you can't say their matches against the Usos were not good. Uh, I mean, right now it looks like they're pushing Jay Uso as a solo because that would be a good match too. Uh, Jimmy and Jay Uso against um, the Lucha Bros. Uh, Tama Tonga, who's now in the WWE, they will have what's the kid say bangers against this group. So as I know they don't really push tag teams well, you're gonna see some good tag team. I think if Triple H will just hey, I know they're gonna probably slow him down a little bit because it has been recent, especially Ray Phoenix. He's been kind of getting that injury bug lately, uh, so he's probably gonna slow him down a little bit. I don't think it's gonna deteriorate what kind of a good match they can have. So if they can let them have good matches and kind of promote them well, then I think they can get over. I think they could be that shot in arm in the tag team division in the WWE, and say, hey, look, we need to do some focus on our tag teams too. I mean, you got two different shows, two different tag team champions. Might as well display them, you know. Finn Balor and JD McDonough, I think they have a good match with them. There's not too many people they're not going to have a good match with. So if they do end up in a WWE, it could be great. But I'm not going to hold my breath to it. Wouldn't be surprised if it just kind of flounders, I guess, because I know uh, if anybody's going to say, you know, anything WWE doesn't do well is tag teams. Um, so hey, you still got what's that big Authors of Pain? They would just have to bump around a lot more, but you know, uh, Penta Zero Miedo, I guess he'll be it's the muscle team trying to count those big behemoths. Let me shut this phone. Everybody's texting. All right. Whew. All right. Let's get some SummerSlam results. Did anybody check out SummerSlam? I personally thought SummerSlam was pretty good. Uh, I did a video on SummerSlam. Let's see. Da, 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 da. In case nobody did check it out, there's a link to it right there. If it shows up, it shows up. Yeah, I forgot about that. What there rumors about Motor City Machine Guns coming to the WWE as well, because their TNA is run is done. Um, I forgot. Did they say AEW or WWE? But yeah. So anyway, back to SummerSlam. If you didn't catch my recap show, the link is right there. Check it out. Uh, and away we go. No, okay. All right. They kick things off with a ladies match. The women's. Oh, I don't know it was Liv Morgan going against Rhea Ripley for the WWE Women's World Championship. I think Thought they said W. Yeah, I just it's been like a month ago, so I forgot if they said WWE or AEW, which so I guess Triple H is trying to, you know, give a shot at arm to the tag team divisions. Uh, I think NXT does. They need to start watching more NXT as well, especially when they have all these TNA people there. But um, so I don't know if Machine Guns will go to TN or NXT or straight to the main roster. It should go main roster, but sometimes the thing got they sign people who don't really, especially named stars or whatever, established stars. They might just put them on NXT for the time being. So anyway, back to SummerSlam here. First match was Rhea Ripley against Liv Morgan for the WWE Women's World Championship. That was a good match. Ending was pretty predictable, but like I said, sometimes it doesn't matter how predictable it is. I like some movies sometimes. No matter how predictable it can be, it can still be enjoyable. This match was pretty good. Of course, Dominique, Dirty Dom, that two-time and son of a you know what, uh, he helped Liv Morgan out, and she kept the strap, so uh, kept the championship belt. That didn't sound right. A woman keeping the strap on. Anyway, but yeah, that was a pretty good match. More in depth to it, like I said, there's the link. Watch it after this. Match that, especially the ending, I liked. Wasn't a long match. I think it ran about a little over 5 minutes. Just south of 6 minutes. Sami Zayn defending the WWE Intercontinental Championship against Braun Breaker. Of course, Braun Breaker defeated Sami Zayn. I was kind of worried at first. It, they got me a little scared because I was like, Braun Breaker needs to go over. Sami Zayn, you know, does he really need an Intercontinental belt now? But he's getting this rematch come Monday, which hopefully the same result. Nice clean finish. But yeah, it did kind of scare me at first when uh, Braun Breaker went for the spear and hit the post instead. I was like, oh crap, okay, he's gonna be injured and yada yada yada. And that's how Sami Zayn, wins again. But they did the right thing. Put it on Braun Breaker. It's time for Braun Breaker to shine a little bit. So I was good with that. Another match that hey, uh, it was time for LA Knight to get some gold. That's what I said last week. It was Logan Paul, uh, who came to the ring with Machine Gun Kelly. Now, I am not one of these conspiracy theorists or anything like that, but I always said that Machine Gun Kelly is a love child of. I don't know if they bumped uglies with a groupie or bumped uglies with each other, but I still say Machine Gun Kelly is the love child of you know was the result of them bump uglies, like I said, with a groupie or um, together. Hey, it's 2024. Grow up, people. Um, but yeah, so like I said, I was happy with it. The results of this. Um, it was time to give LA Knight a title run of some sort. Didn't think he needed to be the unified champion. Definitely knew he wasn't going to be the one who ended the reign of Roman Reigns, but definitely was time for him to have a championship. And finally, a championship did come to him. He is your new United States champion, so good for him. Uh, Next up, you had Nia Jax going against Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship, uh, that had to be the longest 12 minutes of Bailey's life. Uh, Bailey just, or Jax just overpowered Bailey most of the match. Bailey did make a little bit of comeback. Definitely hadn't watched enough SmackDown, or I would have known that there probably wouldn't been a cash in. But Tiffany Stratton did make an appearance, but that was only to distract Bailey a little bit. That way Nia could take advantage of that. And two annihilations, and Nia Jax is your new WWE Women's Champion. Not only is she your Women's Champion, she's your Queen of the Ring. Uh, Now this match, it did not disappoint one bit. Was, I mean, I think there was a couple little slip ups, but come on, how many matches has CM Punk had in the last 10 years? Yeah, even his TNA run or AEW run. But this match did not disappoint. The only reason I say there might have been a couple of slip ups because somebody else mentioned it, and I was like, two veterans, they did pretty good pretty good job hiding it. It told a great story, a match that told a story involving a friendship bracelet, and the crowd bought into it. The crowd, was cheering for him when CM Punk was reaching for it and was about to grab it, but then Drew cut him off, and then of course CM Punk seen it on Seth Rollins' wrist. Seth Rollins, doing his character well. Uh, Pretty much, you knew what he was going to do in this, do as a special referee the character of Seth freaking Rollins, and said what he's going to do. When they went outside the ring, he didn't count. I think the only thing he prevented anybody from doing was Drew McIntyre hitting CM Punk with a steel chair inside the ring. But nevertheless, CM Punk let himself get distracted by this friendship bracelet, which, okay, it's meaningful for him, so we get it. It's all nice part of the story. Uh, but Drew McIntyre took advantage of that, kicked them straight in the elbows, hit the Claymore kick, and poor Seth Rollins had to kind of be forced to count to three. Um, but like I said, this match, to me, it did not disappoint. Am I going to sit here and say it was a 5-star match, whatever? No. It was just a match. It wasn't boring because of the story and everything going on. Did it have to? No, I don't think there was a moonsault one. Uh, there was a dive. I can't remember the dive, but it was just good match. Totally good story, my opinion, of course. Um, but yeah, that's my opinion. Like I said, this match did not disappoint. Another match that really didn't disappoint me either was Gunther against Damian Priest. Um, this match was for the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Priest winning as a champion. Got stabbed in the back by his. Let's see. Brenda had to work Sunday, so we went to bed during this match. So I had to wrangle the dogs and miss all that. This was a good, like I said, was a 20-star match. Even in the Tokyo Dome, probably not, but it still did not disappoint. Good, hard hitting, snug match. Which we all knew it's going. I knew it's going to be. Damian Priest with his martial arts. Gunther was technical wrestling and those heavy-handed chops. Good gosh. Uh, Before anybody's got into that, but Damian Priest, big tough guy, he could take it. And hey, Damian Priest got enough offense in, so It wasn't like some of Gunther's matches where as soon as he gets on that offense, he just controls the whole thing, throughout the match. Uh, Damian Priest, held his own pretty well, but like I said, unfortunately, his buddy Finn Balor had a stab in the back. And he winds up losing this by passing out to a sleeper hold. Oh, the Punk match. Go back and watch it. It's pretty good. Um, like I said, I thought it was pretty good anyway. And this match here with Priest and Gunther, good match as well. Um, hopefully, get to see see him butt heads down the road sometime. Of course, if you watch Monday, him losing that match did nothing. This guy seemed like he got more popular now. He's a full fledged uh, baby face now. I guess the fans are his family now, and people pop for him. Um, so like like the old saying goes, sometimes heels go over on their feet, baby faces go over on their back, and Damian Priest, he's a baby face now, along with, of course, his Terror Twin sister Rhea Ripley. So uh, definitely going to be interesting what happens between them and the Judgment Day. Maybe they get a couple more friends to help them out with that situation. Uh, see what happens. I mean, like I said, sometimes you got to change things around, keep things interesting, and definitely Damian Priest is one of the most interesting people now. Just uh, and he's probably more interesting now than when he was as a world champion. If that makes sense. But of course, then he had the main event. Cody Rhodes going up against Solo Sikoa. This was a Bloodlines rules match. Of course, Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu got involved in this match, as did Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Uh, also, one more person got involved in this match, and I wonder how many people are like eating crow. I wish I knew if any of those fans out there who popped huge when his music hit, or one of these people who were like, eh, fuck Roman Reigns, fuck Roman Reigns. Uh, that too got probably the biggest. I would say probably the biggest pop of the night when he came out. Uh, Superman Punch and Spear Solo Sikoa that helped Cody Rhodes keep the championship. Excuse me, but yeah, 57,000 people, give or take, uh, pop for this guy. And for a little bit of SmackDown I have been watching, you heard the crowd. Where you want Roman? Where you want Roman? Well, Roman's back now. So things are going to be very interesting as far as the bloodline's concerned. Um, he's going to be on SmackDown this week. Be curious to see how those ratings do for this week. Since Roman's going to be there, no, I'm pretty sure he's not going to wrestle. He's just going to make an appearance, talk, uh, and everything else. But like I said, me personally, I thought it was a pretty good pay per view. Uh, everything. I mean, especially the Punk McIntyre match. Uh, no matter how many moonsaults the Logan Paul and dives, the Sami Zayn got, to me, the McIntyre Punk match probably the best match on the card because it kept your attention. Uh, hell, that match ran about 17 minutes. A lot of long matches. Even though Cody Rhodes ran almost 30 minutes. But again, uh, pretty good pay per view. And not sure what the deal is all of a sudden. uh, I see it posted on the usual wrestling website I usually go to for wrestling news, uh, wrestlingnewssource.com, and they did some notes and stuff like that about the SummerSlam, and had mentioned that for some reason Rob Feinstein was there. It's like, yeah, people, were aware he was there, security, blah blah blah. Not sure what's going on there. I guess somebody's getting mad that he goes to these events. Gets these wrestlers sign autographs, lots of them, then goes to his website and sells them. Uh, I don't know if it's that. I know during the whole pandemic thing, uh, I know they did it. I know High Spots did it. They brought wrestlers in to do like a live chat or whatever, and sign stuff for people, and that kept them in business. But I know there was something Rob Feinstein did a long time ago. Uh, he basically one of these perverted justice type shows or something like that. They caught him or didn't catch him in the act, but had somebody go online, pretend like they're young dude, a young I think 14-year-old boy or something like that, and set up a meeting. And once Feinstein got there, the camera was on and stuff like that. But I'm not a law expert by any means. There was a case kind of like that in Georgia about a year ago. That was kind of like this. And it's people not working with local law enforcement or anything like that. They're kind of doing it on their own. And uh, yes, I'm going somewhere with this. But anyway, he got caught, but didn't spend any time in jail, prison, anything like that. From the way it was kind of explained to me, and if anybody who's in law enforcement sees this, they probably explain it way better than I can. Basically, when somebody goes independent like that, and no law there, because if the authorities are going to do it, I think they know what to say, how to say things, how to word things, where it doesn't seem like they're luring people, enticing people, uh, or anything like that. Don't want to really say blackmail. Blackmail's the wrong word. Uh, so basically, it does sound cool what these people are doing, but it's doing way more harm than good. My belief. If you're going to do this kind of thing, go to law enforcement. Or if you hear somebody in your neighborhood that's, you know, fucking perverts. I mean, trying to keep it cool here a little bit, but what's the fancy word? Some people call them maps. Trash. Anybody who has any sympathy for these people can. I mean, but if you know somebody who is, you know, going after underage kids, report them to the police. Tell them who they are. Maybe they can set something up to where they can, you know, undercover and put these people in prison where they belong. Yes, you might go online. Oh, yeah, you get plenty of views. You get the virtual panel back. You get the virtual Twinkie, but people forget. They'll blow over. And this guy or girl, um, because women do this too, not as much, but I mean, but these people who uh, go after to um, molest kids, if I can say that, they need to be put away. Like I said, people forget. And guess what? They're out finding more victims. So Uh, like I said, I don't know if that's the reason WWE was big on that. I guess it's not reoccurring, but especially in this climate, I guess people are like, okay, that's kind of no no. Uh, we're definitely going to kind of take a back step, and that's the reason I think he avoided jail time as well because uh, you know, I guess his lawyers got with him and whatnot, got with any kind of authorities, and I think he apparently sued them as well, saying he was lured and stuff. He was the one lured and stuff like that. Uh, so yes, any of these independent people just want to get views on YouTube or TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, don't. Yay, you expose people like that. Expose them, people forget within a short amount of time. They're free to find another victim. So, rather for things to be done right, have the authorities involved, put these guys in jail or girls, these adults in jail. So, okay, enough, enough of my soapbox. And that soapbox kind of did involve wrestling, but let's talk some more fun stuff about wrestling. For a few minutes anyway. It's so Joe King, I missed most of the Gunther's match too. Uh, it was a good one. Like I said, that's probably good, especially if you like that, as Jim Ross will say, smash mouth, heavy chops, heavy kicks, snug match that Gunther really likes to do, and apparently, Damian Priest didn't mind doing it either. Uh, put things anywhere for it. Put my Gatorade somewhere before I spill it all over my lap, even though I got top on it. Because trust me, you watched earlier. If that's going to happen with a top on it, it'll definitely happen. Let's see what's going on. Man. And speaking of WWE talking AEW people, apparently Ricky Starks and Daniel Garcia is on that list of people they're looking to get. Um, Starks don't I kind he does have good matches. Sometimes you do want to cheer for him, but sometimes yeah. But the dude gets over somehow. He's got that certain it factor, I guess, that other people like. Um, good shape, not big muscle bound, but good shape. Looks like he does spend some time in a jail or some gym, not jail. Yeah, yeah, that was basically about the end of the match right there. Um, that's gonna be a pretty good feud too. I mean, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley are the two OG members of the Judgment Day. It was Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, and Edge. Uh, then Finn came in. They kicked Edge out, um, and it did wonders for Dominic Mysterio's career. I mean, they turned him heel, become Judgment Day members, and he's gotten better ever since. Uh, then they added JD. I guess it was time to kind of get rid of a couple more members instead of just having a whole lot. Because it was get to the point where it was like Rhea, Damien, Finn, and Dominic. Four people in a group, usually a good target. But then they added JD McDonough. Then Carlita was like a apprentice, I guess, or whatever. But now they Now it's going to be Liv, Dominique, Carlito, Finn, Dominique. It's 5 people, but one's a female, so um, it's, I mean, not not nothing that she's a big female. Nothing wrong being having a female member, but you'll have 8-man tags, and there'll be 8 men. Um, mm, but so I'm definitely looking forward to see where that feud goes. And like I said, SmackDown's going to be pretty interesting too. Don't know. Uh, I guess when see, he was a member of LWO, then he turned against LWO, but somehow when they did the draft, Carlito came on as a member of LWO, but then he, I guess, striked up a friendship with the Judgment Day. Then now I guess now he's a full fledged member of the Judgment Day. Uh, I say Carlito is not the same. I said this in my Raw recap show that Father Time is definitely catching up on Carlito. Dude's in great shape and everything, but looked like he got a little bigger. But I don't know if this is uh, Father Time, and not sure what kind of crazy matches he had while he was in Puerto Rico. Kind of don't keep up with Puerto Rico wrestling. Uh, haven't since the '80s, obviously. Really, I haven't kept up with any kind of thing. When Bruiser Brody was murdered, I just I I definitely stopped caring about what the hell was going on in Puerto Rico. And especially when you hear about the backstory that he guy did it, got away with it, like OJ. I'm just kidding. Don't know if OJ really did do it. There's some conspiracy theories about that now too. But that's that's football talk, not wrestling talk. Um, Speaking of soapbox, I don't know. It just popped in my head. One more little soapbox here. People who do the whole Chris Benoit didn't do it. Have you seen? I mean, I don't know how I let myself get lured into this. I watched like I, I'm not even I'm not even going to try to find the channel and advertise it, but I, there was like 3 15-20 minute episodes. I think there's like 6 or 7 of them, but I got like halfway to the third one. I was like, okay, this is bullshit. I can say bullshit now. And all it was is this guy like sitting there going through dates. Oh yeah, on this date, but also on this date. Look at here. This is that. This what happened. This what happened on this date. It kind of Then 2 years later, close to the same date. If that's all you got to go by, and saying Chris Benoit was framed, Vince, Kevin Sullivan, or whoever did it, shut the hell up. Uh, I got over he did it when they officially announced that he did it. Uh, I remember that day like at the back of my hand, or uh, like anything. I forgot good synonym for it, but um, I mean, just remember that day. Uh, Me and a girlfriend at the time was going to play team trivia, um, and right when I was about to walk in, I started getting these text messages and phone calls. Text message said, "Hey, did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear?" I'm like, "Hear what?" And I answered one phone call, and I was like, "Hello, did you hear?" I was like, "Hear what?" They found Chris Benoit dead. I was like, "Oh no!" Yeah, Chris Benoit, his son, and his wife Nancy. I'm like, oh shit. So, and then I hung up. It's like, well, let me talk to you. I'll talk to you later. But yeah, I see. I'm at this place called Barnacles where we played team trivia at, and so I finally walked in. It's like, yeah, this I see it on TV right now. It's on the local news because you live in Carrollton, Georgia. Uh, so I hung up the phone, watched the news, and sure enough, it said Chris Benoit was found uh, dead along with his wife Nancy and son. I was like, that fucking bastard. I was like, I mean, as soon as you heard the news, you knew he did it, but you kind of didn't want to believe it. I mean, I was a huge fan of Chris Benoit, but um, but it's like didn't want to believe it, but you knew he did it. Then, like the next day when they found out, yeah, he did it. It was officially murder suicide. So it's like, and from then on out, I was like over the fact that you know, I was over the fact that he did it. Hope he's burning in hell if there's a hell and all that shit. So, uh, but every time you see these uh conspiracy theorists and they're freaking Chris Benoit didn't do it. Let's check it. It's always they put these dates around, and apparently there was this Wikipedia thing that popped up. Who knows? He might have put it on there. Somebody might put. Who knows who put it on there? Dates and stuff like that. That's kind of coincidence. Um, I'm pretty sure. Hell, there's been times that I've kind of uh, was doing something and I had to go back to do something the following year again. That's kind of sort of the same thing. And it's like coincidence. Um, but yeah, I got like I said, 2.5 episodes of it. It was a 6-part thing, and I didn't watch the rest. But few the few I did watch, it was always uh dates here, dates there, blah blah that, blah blah that. I mean, at least crazy man Billy Jack Haynes who wound up murdering his wife. I mean, at least he had a good theory. It's like, oh, it's because Nancy was having intercourse with or yeah, Vince was having an affair with Nancy, and that's how uh, Daniel Benoit was born. But again, conspiracy theories, stuff like that. But anyway, got through 2 soapboxes there. Uh, let's do some plugs here. Every Tuesday, I do a wrestling trivia show called Wrestling Trivia Tuesday, where I ask 5 questions dealing with the sport of professional wrestling. Usually have those on Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. At for now, still haven't quite decided what I might do with that, or just keep doing it. Keep doing it in a different capacity. Let's just say that. Also, I do a WWE Raw recap show. Usually, try to have those up on Tuesday evenings or Wednesday evenings. Depends on how the real world treated me and my time. Um, of course, this week's Raw will have some more story building. I guess they're gonna do some more build up to Bash in Berlin uh, this Monday on Raw, but I will watch it and do a recap on Tuesday. Also do a AEW Dynamite recap show. Did one today and it's available on YouTube right now. So check that out. Usually, like I say, usually have those on Thursday. Speaking on Thursday, you're watching it right now. Spot Show live stream, which we got off on a rocky start because decided to try to do something different. But once I leave here, I'll see what I can do to hopefully make it right for tomorrow. Because tomorrow is Wrestling Gold Friday night. Yes, this week's Wrestling Gold Friday night, we'll talk about the date in wrestling history, which would be August 9th. And also, for our watch on, we'll be checking out some Smoky Mountain Wrestling. So that should be fun. I thought Smoky Mountain was pretty good, but see if I'm trying to find a. I think I've watched every episode, but we'll see. We'll see what we come up with. So we'll definitely check that out. As for tonight, appreciate everybody patiently, kind of waiting on me. Hopefully everything works right tomorrow. Uh, as far as trying to get on Facebook Live, streaming multiple spots, because uh, trying to reach out a little bit. In other words, hopefully get them more watching my other stuff on Facebook. So, see, I'm honest. I'm honest about this. Um, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll play with it a little bit before I lay down, but it won't be too long. Um, but yeah, other than that, appreciate everybody in the chat. Anytime I do a live stream, please join me in chat, even just to say hello. I'll say hello right back. If you're watching this on the replay, go ahead. Leave a comment as well about anything I talked about this evening. And even or just say hello again. I'll say hello right back at you. Also hit the like button. Uh, I probably don't get a lot of dislikes on this one because this episode kind of sucked. Even though I did watch further. Maybe I should put that in the description. Skip skip my first 30 minutes of this. Then I get going. But I do have a recording, so hopefully I'll make the adjustments and put the replay on live. And above all else, I forgot the important thing: be a champ. Hit that subscribe button. If I guess I'll talk about that tomorrow. If I can get the Facebook Live thing working, I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is when I end this, I'm going to go right back on it. It's going to work just like that. No problems whatsoever. Anyway, like I said, appreciate everybody tuning in. Hopefully, everybody has a good one. Tomorrow's Friday. Hopefully, it's payday. Payday for me. Hopefully, payday for you all. Hopefully, none of y'all have to work on Saturday. I think I might have to, but I'm not sure yet. Anyway, everybody have a good one and take it easy. Hey there. Thank you for checking this out. If you enjoyed it, share with friends, drop a like button, leave a comment. Also, be a champ and hit that subscribe button. You can also check me out on social media, Facebook at Ronald Ray, on X or Twitter is RPATRPTV46.